in America, as I understand it, we have two parties, two sides. One I'm going to call the party of the ladder, and the other I'm going to call the party of the rope. The party of the ladder is a party that believes that America is represented, metaphorically, by a ladder of opportunity, and that the government has a role, and the role is to hold the ladder. And hold the ladder here means to protect our constitutional rights. It's our job to climb. And how high we get, how far we advance in life, is going to largely depend on how we climb. Not exclusively on us. It's going to depend in part on our industry, our creativity, our intelligence, but it's also going to depend on chance. But your fate, if you will, on the ladder is largely, not entirely, but largely up to you. And this is the party of the ladder. I actually agree with this philosophy. The other party I'm going to call the party of the rope. And the party of the rope operates somewhat differently. It's more like this. You have a building, and it's a tall building, and you have a group of people on top of the building, and they're the ones looking down at all the poor immigrants down there. And the people on top of the building say, hey guys, we really don't believe in the ladder. In fact, we think the ladder is an illusion. There are no ladders really in America when you look hard enough. However, do not despair, because we are going to be letting down a rope. Your job for a creature, hang on to the rope. Do nothing else. We will pull you up. Now, when I first heard about this or thought about things this way, I thought to myself, wow, the rope is far more attractive than the ladder. Why? Because in a ladder, you actually have to climb. In the rope, you basically do nothing except hold on. But it also occurred to me that with the rope, you are dependent on the people who are holding the rope. If they let go, down you go. And not only that, but if you actually do a little bit of empirical checking and you really pay attention at what's happening, not just in our inner cities, but in the Latino barrios of America and the Native American reservations, you notice something remarkable. That the people who are being pulled up by the rope never seem to get to the top of the building. They are pulled up, and then the people on top hold, suspending you in midair, in which you're a long distance back from the ground, too far to jump, and yet your advancement appears to be halted. And it crosses your mind that maybe the people on the top of the building have no intention of pulling me up. Because if they were to pull me up, I would become one of them, I would dust myself off and walk off, and that's not what they need. They've got me right where they want me. And now we have to ask the question, what are they doing this for? What is the point of holding people in this suspended abeyance? And the answer, of course, is that what you want out of them is the one thing that they have the power to give you. Poor though they are, lacking prospects though they are, lacking food perhaps though they may be, or health care, they do have one thing that costs them nothing, that is to you everything, and that is their vote. And so as long as you can consolidate their votes, you've got them where you want them. So in my view, not only is this the ideological fork in America, but you can actually see two types of immigrants who respond to the incentives that are offered on both sides of the aisle. There's one type of immigrant who says, I'm the immigrant of the ladder. I don't actually want ropes. I'll pull myself up. Just hold the ladder. Just protect my rights. And I am counting on America to offer the freedom, the opportunity for me to make my way. And if I fall flat on my face, that will actually be my doing. And there's another type of immigrant who goes, wow, we have things kind of rough over here. I didn't even know there was a country where all I've got to do is hold on to a rope. They're telling me I don't have to work. In fact, they would rather I not. Why? Because then my dependency on them is greater, and my vote for them more reliable, and this is a bargain that I'm actually willing to make. What does my vote cost me? Nothing. And so if I can get a set of meager provisions of food and housing and health care, it may not actually be a very good life, but it's a life nonetheless, and it's perhaps a better life than I have here, so I'm going to go for it. And so what you have here is not only an ideology on this side that, if you will, is pulling, but you also have immigrants of two different types who are pushing, and which ideology prevails is going to determine what kind of immigrants we get in America. Are we going to get immigrants of the latter, or are we going to get immigrants of the rope?